Yo, what's up guys, Terrell here on Terrell Game Vlogs. Happy Thanksgiving for those who are actually celebrating the holiday in America. America! Yeah! It sounds more like Macho Man Randy Savage. I don't know why the fuck I did that. Just a side note about Thanksgiving real quick. The one thing that people always do for Thanksgiving and Christmas is go home. You wanna know why? Fucking cooking, man. Swear to God, that's the only thing I'm gonna hate. That's the one time I'll come back home. When I leave, every fucking Christmas, every Thanksgiving, we gotta get some dressing, some fucking ham, sweet potato pie, collard greens. I don't give a fuck. Ugh! I say this is gonna mean dressing and I'm tripping out. S&S makes great dressing, by the way. Just throwing it out there. Not paid promotion because no one pays me to say shit. Except for Social Blade. Anyways, this is a response to Story 7 Mage to his Thanksgiving / anime women video, and I wanted to respond to this because this kind of correlated somewhat with my whole favorite anime girls video on my Insane Game Freak channel, where I talked about anime girls who have the characteristics of potential wives, and which one was the closest to your ideal woman. And ironically, I'm the guy who said none of the One Piece girls. Actually, I said Kaya from Bakuman was my closest match. And to me, that video kind of praises the merits of anime women besides the fan service and the sexiness. Mind you, the fan service and the sexiness is a part of it. And Soria's video kind of touches mainly on that part of it. The fan service, the sexiness, the guys who compare anime girls to real girls, and that kind of stuff. So I wanted to kind of address things, and then the thing that really made me want to do it is that one statement when he was talking about how girls today seem to have this warped perception of beauty, which comes from guys drooling over every hot girl they see. So this first part is going to be to the ladies, and guys, tell me if you agree with me or am I wrong or what the fuck. When it comes to that whole concept of that guys like this physical beauty and this is why girls dress like whores, people need to understand this, that as guys, we are very simple. We really have two types of girls. Mentally stimulating, physically stimulating. That's really what it is. You're either going to be that girl I'm going to talk to respectfully and actually go through the effort of trying to get to know you and essentially put the work in to get with you, compared to the girl that I'm going to treat like shit or just fat to. I mean, that's the difference. Now, they see guys fawning over these girls, these hot girls who are wearing all this provocative clothing. Because technically, none of the One Piece females, I'll say, I think Naruto females are a lot more conservative, except for Tsunade. Yeah, Tsunade is the biggest example of what not to do, but I think a lot of the One Piece girls are provocative. Like, Nami is a whore. Nami's almost bar none the definition of a gold-digging whore. Boa Hancock is over-sexualized, so is Shirahoshi. You know, I mean, Vivi isn't, but, you know, it goes both ways. You know, in Fairy Tail, that's almost all their women. All their women are overly sexualized. And people think, and for some reason, people think that that's the type of girls we automatically want. And Sora's question is more of, why do we promote these women who dress like this way versus the women who dress like another way? Well, here's the thing. All guys like attractive women. You know, all straight guys anyway. Meaning, just because a woman doesn't have the emotional setup doesn't mean she isn't attractive physically. I mean, even the girls who aren't like the overly sexualized girls, I still like because they look attractive. That's the whole point. And I think what it is that people confuse physical attractiveness for overall attractiveness, and that's not what it is. Overall attractiveness is a combination of both. A physical and mental / emotional, whatever the fuck you want to call that second half. And people see us favorite these videos with Boa Hancock, with the giant breasts and shit, or Tsunade doing some ridiculous shit while she's drunk. You know, people gotta understand that if I find a girl attractive, I'm gonna find a girl attractive. Even a whore can be attractive, but that doesn't mean they're wife material. And people need to understand the difference. The difference is simply this: if you're physically attractive, I'll like favorite your video. But if you're like emotionally, well, I guess I shouldn't say favorite your video, because now I feel like I'm talking to the anime girls. I guess I should say for a real girl. If you dress like a hoe, that doesn't necessarily, but you look nice, I'm still going to say you look nice. I'm still going to look at you. And I think girls like that immediate attention was the attention of you looking attractive. But people also need to realize when you do this in the real world, you demean yourself too. Meaning, I'm going to find you attractive, but I have no respect for you. That's what people don't understand. It's like, yeah, and the people always like, well, you men are pigs because they always look at attractive women. I'm like, really? Because I look at attractive women. Just because a woman, I'm not worrying about the clothes. When I'm looking at a girl, I'm not worrying about the clothes 90% of the time. I'm worrying about the body. If the chick looks fine, the chick looks fine. I mean, most girls look fine no matter what clothes they're wearing. If they're fine women to begin with, the clothes really don't fucking matter at that point. And especially if you them ghetto ass motherfuckers who just, who wants to fuck every chick you see, then they damn sure don't mean anything, because them bitches will probably be off in like 10 or 20 minutes anyway. As soon as you get back to the house, that bitch is naked anyway. Why the fuck did the clothes matter? The clothes mean something for the guys who were possibly, potentially wanting to ask you out as like a girl and not a hoe, or a woman, lady, respectable human being, equal human being, and not some lower, lesser being who who has a fuckable body. That's what the clothes mean. And I think girls see us praise these anime characters and don't realize the reason why we praise them. Or not really praise them, but the reason why we focus so much on them. We don't focus so much on them because we want to marry Ball Hancock. I focus on Ball Hancock because I think she has a cute personality. Mind you, I think she's cute and she looks good. I mean, that's it. I'm not gonna say Ball Hancock is this character who is someone I could have a deep and emotional connection to. I know I can't, and I'm not gonna fucking act like I can't. And sometimes I find it really ridiculous that women think that guys are that simple. I mean, I still want a girl who can mentally stimulate me. I mean, obviously, Ball Hancock could physically stimulate me if she wanted to, but that's besides the fucking point. It's not just simply. I guess the best way to put it is that if we promote these women, we think they look attractive. Physically, that's what you do. If you like something physically attracting, you flock to it. That's why you have a whole bunch of guys looking at ass shaking videos and booty shaking videos and titty shaking videos and strip teases and porn and shit. Because the women look physically attractive. But how many times do you ever hear about guys realistically saying that they realistically want to marry this woman and have a true marriage with her? Like, usually when guys are talking about marrying these types of chicks, they're talking about it in the bullshit sense, meaning they're kind of like, I will fuck this bitch all night, we would have like 60 million kids because we'd be doing it in the bed. Obviously that's not a real marriage, but that is a bullshit ass marriage. God, it's like if we're looking at the girls, we're not looking at the girls. It's like, obviously, when we say we're going to marry that chick, that's some superficial shit to begin with, because we're just looking at her ass shake for 10 minutes on a fucking video screen. When you hear a guy say, I'm going to marry that chick, obviously that's on some bullshit. We all have those crushes that are unrealistic as fuck. That's pretty much what the anime girls are, in a sense. And I think, sorry, you also mentioned, do ecchi scenes take away from fights? No. They only take away when they don't make any sense. Surprisingly, the High School of the Dead one didn't really bug me that much. But in terms of the fight scenes themselves, I usually don't mind the panty shots, because some of those scenes you would get panty shots normally. Like in a realistic fight, if a girl is wearing a skirt, you're going to see a panty shot. I don't understand, like, people always get mad at fan service and fight scenes. I'm like, if she's doing a upside down spinning kick, people get mad that you see her panties. I'm like, she's wearing a skirt. As long as it makes sense in the context of the fight, I don't really give a shit. Also, them losing their clothes all the time, once again, if it makes sense. Like, if she's being attacked with a sword, I don't have any problem with her losing some clothes. Now, when it's unrealistic as shit, like, I'll give you an example. The Segure one where, I think it was like the first fight when they first met Ku, and that Scythe chick, like, kind of jumped behind Musubi and just ripped her entire outfit off. That didn't make any fucking sense. But other than that, as long as it makes sense in the context of the show, I don't really mind. Or it makes sense in the ways you would fight. So, And most of the time, it doesn't even bother me. Like, it's not like I can't take the sight of fight seriously. I don't know, maybe it's because I've seen enough ecchi, and that's what it is, but just regarding that, I can take fight seriously. I can take it seriously. I mean, obviously, I know that there's a lot of unrealism in it, but then again, I'm watching Japanese cartoons. Usually the premise of the show is unrealistic to begin with, so I'm usually not even irked when I see unrealistic shit. I just kind of put that as a pro or a con of the series, that it can do realistic fights, or it can't. You know, obviously following the rules of its own world. If it can't, then fuck it. If it can, then cool. That's just simply how I feel in terms of the fan service and the fights. But to kind of just go back to the whole anime fans promoting overly sexualized women, they look attractive. Attractive women get promoted. That's just how it works. I've had Aoki and Kaya and Hinata, of all people, as my profile pictures on Skype or wherever the fuck. And Hinata's conservative as shit, so it isn't like you're seeing titty shots every time you see her. Kaya is just known for being goofy as fuck. Who the fuck is texting me? And Aoki was never any of those, like, none of those females overly throw themselves out there, but I would still promote them just as much as I promote Madaka or Boa Hancock, or I don't really promote Tsunade because Tsunade's kind of neutral with me. I'm trying to think of it. Or Tsukiyumi from Sekirei. You know, I'll promote them just as much. If they physically look attractive, that's cool. But people need to realize that guys, for the most part, we want emotionally attractive women too. You know, usually a woman with a combination of both is usually our ideal thing. Meaning the body is part of it, but I feel like women don't think anymore. It's like, come on, it's like, we don't make our intentions really hidden. Most of the time, you either know that we're either there to try to, like, get to know you or fuck you. It's usually one or the other. It's usually, I mean, honestly, to be personally honest, it's either I want to have you as a girlfriend, as a potential wife, or I want to fuck you. And it's like, if I'm looking at a booty shaking video and I say I want to marry that chick, do not take that sentence seriously. Or if I'm looking at a scene of, like, Musubi having her clothes ripped off and I say I want to marry that chick, do not take that seriously. But if I see a sweet moment where, like, Kaya fucking being normal, being like a normal girl, and I say I want to marry that chick, that's gonna oh god. The leftovers of the dressing flew in my mouth and fucked me up. If I see, like, if you see me gushing over an emotional scene or a scene that develops an anime girl's character, that's a scene you could take seriously. Now, even if I say I'm gonna marry that chick, obviously that's just me in the moment. Actually, I think people need to realize that in general. If you see any guy, for the most part, getting overly excited over fucking anime episodes in general, most of the time it's just because you're caught up in the episode. But there are things you should take more seriously than others. So don't ever take a guy seriously when he says, you know, and mind you, there are the guys who just want to fuck bitches. I mean, some guys just want to do that. But at the end of the day, if you're wearing slutty clothes, I might look at you and think you're attractive, but I obviously have no respect for you as a person. But my mother is about to come and interrupt me because she's fucking yelling and she likes to fucking draw attention to myself. See, look at this. Look at it. Now look, you heard me yell it. She could totally hear me through the door, and she's obviously going to knock on the door like a dumbass and fucking be like, yes, because I can't hear her knocking at the door. So I'm going to ignore her. I'm going to end the video. That will be the comedy of this video. Enjoy yourselves. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a happy Thursday. Enjoy yourself. Life's a game. No. Vlog's a game from your boy Terrell. Please send me your thoughts, comments in the comment section below. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.